Hello guys, welcome to the session. Today we will discuss about the concept called pointers. This is very important for the interview preparation and all. So today we will discuss about the concept called pointers. The first point you have to remember is what is the definition of the pointer? Pointers, variable. Pointers are the variable to store the address of the another variable. Address of the another variable. Pointers are the variable which is used to store the address of the another variable. This is the standard definition of the pointer. And the second important point here, remember, if a pointer in C is assigned to null, if pointer, if a pointer in C is assigned to null, what will happen in this code? If the pointer in C is assigned to null, it means it is pointing to nothing. The point you should be remember, if a pointer in C is assigned to null, it means that it is pointing to nothing. Okay, let's discuss about these points with the coding implementation. Why? Because everything you should know through coding, not through theory implementation. So first, I will write a code. Int main return 0. So I will write a code. Before getting into this, I will go for the declaration of a pointer, guys. Declaration of the pointer. Declaration of the pointer. So how we can declare the pointer? So int followed by star p. This is the declaration of a pointer. Or sometime we can declare like this also in star followed by the p1. Two ways we can declare the pointer. This is the first way and this is the second way. Any ways you can declare the pointer. This is the first point, declaration of the pointer concept. Next, I will go for the implementation. Now, I will go for the second example. Int star p. Now, int a is equal to 10. So what is the definition? Pointers is a variable which is used to store the address of the another variable. This is the definition you can say. Pointer is a variable which is used to store the address of the another variable called a. So now I will print this above perfectly. So percentage d followed by the p. So pointer is a variable which is used to store the address of another variable. Now I'm trying to print the value of p now. So value of p means address of the a will be displayed on the screen. Now let me check with the address of the a also here. Let me check the address of a. If I compile and run this program, so we'll go with the slash control, we'll go for the next line. So like this, guys, address of the A is 744 and P holds the address of the A. So that is the reason it is printing the 744. So now I want to fetch the value which is present inside the 744. I want to fetch the value. So how to write a code for that? So printf percentage d 10. If you write an asterisk p, the value at address, anyhow, p holds the address of a. In that address, I want to fetch the value. So here it will fetch the value of a. value of A. Here it will print the address of A. Address of A. So let me execute this code. So again, I will use one more slash in here. So it is printing. See, 10 will be printed on the screen. So value at address. Sharp indicates that value at address. In this address, I will fetch the value. So finally, you understood about the definition of the pointer, how to retrieve the address and how to retrieve the value, and declaration about the pointer concept. Again, I will move little bit. Next one. So now I will take the printf, one more printf, like %d. Now if I print star p, now star p, I will plus 1. What will happen to this code? Star p and plus 1. What's the value will be displayed on the screen now? So this is the last one. Again, I will use slash n. So 11 will be displayed on the screen. Star p, anyhow, it's printing the value here in the last printf statement 10, and star p 10 plus 1 and 11 will be displayed on the screen. So again, for your better clarity now, if I take the value of A, I will print the value of A now. Just the value I will print, and what's the value will be displayed on the screen now. If I compile and run, see value of A is still 10 only, but I increases star p plus 1. So 10 plus 1 increase to 11, but it may not be reflect the original value which is present in the variable called A. So next, what should I do now here? So if you want to change, I can do one more thing here. Anyhow, star p is equal to star p plus 1. Okay. So let me use now this above two statement once again. I will comment this anyhow. Star p plus 1, star p value is 10 only. So now star p plus 1, then followed by A. See, just observe here, star p plus 1, it's incremented by 1. So original value is, just a minute, wait, I will delete. I will delete this line, wait. This is what my old implementation, 11 as well as the 10. Now, if you want the value should be reflected so that I can place like this, then your value will be reflected. Just observe it. Anyhow, it's printing 11. Earlier it is, if I want to print a value of A will be 10 will be displayed on the screen before this assignment. But star p plus 1, again you are assigning to the star p, definitely it will be reflected the value which is present in the variable called A. So that is the reason it is printing. If I'm not doing this assignment, guys, just check it. If I'm not doing this assignment, now you just check it, the value, you can just check it, the value of this last two statement I'm talking about. This one is star p, 10 plus 1, 11, and here A is 10. But if you want to reflect the value of 11 in the variable called A, if you want to do like this, so just add one statement, simple assignment statement like this. So I will, for your better clarity, I will comment this above. So now, so 11 will be printed on the screen. If I comment this one now, 10 and 11 will be printed. Sorry, 11 as well as the 10 will be printed. This is the very important thing you always should be remembered in the concept of the pointer. I hope you understood. You also execute once about what were the things we learned: a declaration, two ways of declaration, how to access the address as well as the value, how to move down the how to increment the value, how the value incremented value that should be reflected for the particular variable called a. These are the things we have learned. My next concept: if I a pointer in C, if I assign to null, what will happen to that? So we will discuss that one now. I will delete all the code. So we'll go for the second implementation. Now I will assign it to the null, guys. So what will happen? So int star p is equal to, I will assign the null. I will assign to null. Let me check in the printf percentage d followed by and star p. Now if I compile and run this code, see, nothing will be printed, just it is saying like a Harman termination kind of stuff. Check online for the solution and close the program. And this has stopped working. Like this, the message is displaying. What's the meaning now? If a pointer in C is assigned to the null, it means it is pointing to nothing. It is pointing to nothing. Suppose if I remove this asterisk, what will happen to this code? So see, just observe, 0 will be printed, but if you add an asterisk here, guys, see, these kind of messages mean to say that it is pointing to the nothing. So let me go for the better understanding of the pointer concept. I will take the one more example for the better understanding of the pointer. Now I will introduce the two variables called a and b belongs to the integer type and definitely a pointers, integer pointer star p1 and star p2. I will introduce this. Then now I will assign a value for the integer at 20 to the variable called a, and I will assign a 40 to the variable called b. Now p1 is a pointer, holds the address of a. Fine. Then P2 is a pointer, holds the address of a B. This is clear. So now I will print the value first, then I will take the first printf percentage d and percentage d. And if you want a is equal to percentage d, is equal to percentage d, and we'll go for the slash n. Then I will take star p1. I already discussed about how exactly the works. It will fetch the value which is present in the address of a, and star p2 pointer holds the address of the another variable star p2. Let me check with the result. P1 holds the address of a, p2 holds the address of b. I'm taking the value which is stored in this address. Definitely P1 will print the value of 20 and P2 will print the value of 40. Let me run this code. So A value is 20 and B value is 40 will be displayed on the screen. Now, if you want to check what is the value which is present in the A and B, that is also same, guys. Then I will check it to the A, then B. Now, if I execute this code, so A value is also 20 and B value is also 20 will be displayed on the screen. Fine. I will go for the next now slowly. Now star P2, I'm assigning star P1 to P2. I'm assigning star P1 value, star P1 to P2. So let me check now. I will use this printf. First printf. I'm checking star p1, the value assigned to the star p2. Now I'm just printing star p1 followed by the star p2. So what's the value now? 20. 20 will be displayed on the screen. Why? Because star P1 value is 20, right? Star P1 value is 20. And star P1 assigned for the star P2. Definitely star P1 and star P2 holds the same value, 20, and B is also holds the value of 20. Now, so A is also holds the value. And let me check in this case, what's the value which is stored in the B also in my second statement. That is also, I will check it. So I will take the same thing. Why? Because I already assigned whatever the values is present in the star P1, I will be assigned to the star P2. Definitely that will be reflected and the variables for respective A and B. Now, if I execute, see A value is also 20 and B value is also 20, guys. So this is the output. So this will be whatever the value I have assigned, that will be reflected and to the variable that holds the value. So that you guys are understood about this simple assignment. The 20 will be assigned for this also, star P2. And original value will be reflected. Earlier, what is the earlier value? You can check it now. Earlier value is 14. B value, I'm just assigning 20 will be assigned to this. And this is also reflected for the 20. Instead of 40, it is reflected as a 20. Now, I will go one more. Now, one more. What is one more? Now I completely change the values only. A value assigned to the 30. I'm completely changing now. A value assigned for 30. Now B value assigned for 50. I'm changing. Now let me check what will happen for star P1 and star P2. Now I have reinitialized the value to 30 as well as the 50. So what will happen if I check it? See, the new value is 30, 40 is reflecting, 30 as well as the 50 is reflecting, and then that is fine. 30 as well as the 50 is reflecting for the respective variable 30 and 50. So 20 will be erased and 30 will be placed. 20 will be erased, 50 will be placed. So next one now, simple assignment also will do this time. P2, okay, is equal to P1. I will assign like this. So P1 will be assigned for the P2. Let me check for again star P1 as well as the star P2. P1 will be assigned for the P2. Let me check with this. What is the last one here? So 30, 30. So why? Because P1 holds the address of A, right? P1 will be assigned to this. So whatever the value which is present over here, so in that address, definitely the value P2 is also reflected to the 30 only. Why? Because A holds the value of 30. I'm just assigning it. So now P2 is also pointing to the P1. P2 is also pointing to the P1. P1 and P2 pointing to the same A. In that I'm fetching the value. So what is the A value now? What is the A value? 30, and 30 will be displayed on the screen. So now just observe, I'm just assigning it, right? Now let me check the variable values. What will happen about the variable values A and B, and what is the variable values? So last printf statement you have to observe. So I'm just reassigning the pointer, but the value which is present in the respective variable A as well as the B is remain same. A value is 30 and the B value is 50. And these are all the point you have to remember. You have to keep experimenting like this so that you will get the better clarity and the address pointer, simple assignment. So better clarity will get it. Hope so you have understood clearly regarding this. If not, kindly write down all the each and every lines of the code. Kindly practice it carefully so that you will get the better understanding about the pointer concept. So shall we go for the next program? We will go for the next program for better understanding about the pointer. So now I will introduce a single pointer as well as the double pointer implementation. So that is also very, very important. So I will take a very small example of it. Int I is equal to 3, then star j, comma, and single pointer star j, and this is the double pointer. Single pointer and the double pointer. Now I will take the pointer. J holds the address of I. J holds the address of. Then K holds the address of J. K holds the address of J. So J holds the address of I and K holds the address of J. Let me clear the things properly. First, I will take the single printf. Now I will just type now address of I will display it on the screen. First, I will take the address of I. Let me run this program. Address of A is 744. So next, I will print an address of J. Print the address of J. And take a slash in. Then I will go for the address of J. What is the J? J holds the address of I. J holds the address of I. Oh, sorry, J. I'm just displaying this one address. So 40 integer holds the 4 bytes. So 40 as well as the 44 will be displayed on the screen. And two things you have to understand here. If I write a code like this, so wait, this is the code. So if you ask J, what is the holds here? I have assigned J is equal to ampersand of I. Ampersand of I, address of I. J holds the address of I means I should display like this. 744 will be displayed on the screen. Suppose if I write one more statement, I will take for your better understanding. Like this, ampersand, I will use address of this particular J. So 740. So try to understand very carefully. So that is the reason I'm going step by step. If I want to print just a J, J holds the address of I. So that is the reason address of I and J holds the same. Fine. So I have cleared with address of I and J. J holds the address of I and ampersand of J and particular address of the J. Then let me take the same example. I will take the now K. What is K, guys? Just observe now K. Just the K I will take. Just the K. So K holds the address of J. K holds the address of J. Address of J is 40. Correct? Now, so K holds the same. So this is the address of I and K. J holds the address of I. Fine. And address of J is 40. And K holds the address of J. Again, it is a 40 address. So that is the reason I'm printing line by line. So now I will go for the next statement. Now this is a very, very, very important. The two printf statement. I will take an asterisk. Asterisk K, I will take. Just observe asterisk last one. What it is printing? 744. What is 744? And K holds, K means K holds the address of J, correct? Address of J. In this address, 740 address, what is it storing? In this J holds the address of I. So that is the reason in a single pointer implementation, it is displaying 744. 744 is nothing but address of I. So single pointer here, anyhow, K holds the address of J. That is fine. K holds the address of J. Then in this J also holds the address of I. So asterisk K indicates that value in that particular address. So value, what is the value in this particular address called J? Definitely address of I. So address of I is getting printed. If I put one more asterisk like this, in this address, in this 744, I want to fetch the value. So that value, what's that value? The three will be displayed on the screen if I place one more double asterisk, double pointer. You can see the last printf statement. Just try to observe. So in this 744, in this 744, I will fetch the value of 3. What is 744 means? This is address of I. So in this way, your single pointer as well as the double pointer works. So you have to practice more for more understanding of a pointer concept. One more point I have forgotten. This is the asterisk J not yet printed. So I will print it, take it in the last. I will take this. Okay, what is this asterisk J? Anyhow, J holds the address of I, correct? In this star J indicates that in that particular address, I want to fetch the value. So in that value, 3 will be displayed on the screen. J holds the value of A, sorry, address of I. J holds the address of I. In that particular address, I want to fetch the value. So in the value, 3 will be displayed on the screen. So you have clearly understand about this all the concepts here about single pointer, how the double pointer works. So you have to split like this each and every line so that you will get the better clarity. Address of I, just a J holds address of I, then particular address of the J, and K holds the address of J, and asterisk K, then double pointer, single pointer, and this is the double pointer, and how exactly works. This is very, very important. One more question is there, and that is sometimes you feel uh, tricky in aptitude of C, and that is also I will explain in this class. So first, int A is equal to 10, then B is equal to 2, then int P, star P holds the, can directly, instead of splitting the things, I will directly assign like this. Int star P1 and holds the B. Now, first I will print the value for your better clarity. Then I will go print P. Then I will print P1. So 10 and 2, the respective values that will be displayed on the screen. Now, if I add one more printf statement, guys, one more printf statement, then I can say the value is equal to %d star p star p1. So what is the value now? Absolutely 10 divided by 2, 5 will be displayed on the screen. But what will happen if I take this asterisk close to this slash? See, it will works like your command line. So in this program, if I trying to run, you will get the compile time error if you are not giving the space. See, suddenly, see, just observe this, and I will give a space. So this code is absolutely work fine. If I'm not giving, so definitely it will generate the compile time error. So this is the point, and you should be remember with respect to the pointer. In next session, we will discuss many other aspects of the pointer concept in details way. Hello, please do follow me and Sukshmas if you want to get into these questions, e-notes as well as the MCQ. If you are beyond knowing participant, try to automate code and options, try to force it as an MCQ and Sukshmas platform to get very good quality bonus points. And one more thing, if you want to become a mentor in Beyond Knowing, so click on the Beyond Knowing tab and click on the details. And if you want to become a BK mentor, click on this. I have to read out all these mentor policies and rules and regulations. So if you are become a mentor, try to satisfy all the rules and regulation so that you will get the stipend up to 5K in a month. Thank you all. See you in my next session. Take care.